The White, good morning, my good friend. How you doing?
What's going on, Brother White?
I am good. Well, there's several things I want to talk about. First of all, Reese, I gotta call you Reset Reese. I mean, you keep going back and
Reset,
forth.
Reese.
You can't make a call on the game tonight. I think the Heat are going to take it out, but that's a whole nother story. And then secondly, Pam is not there today. Could it be because you mentioned, and it's now going to be forever in the files, that she was a not-me pitcher with a slow pitch curveball?
She did that. Hey, she did
Hey,
that, Brother
hey,
White.
hey, Jay, I'm trying to see how, and came back out trying to figure out how can you throw a slow pitch curve? That don't even make any sense.
Look, I played slow pitch softball. You can't throw a curve.
Well, so I said, man, Pam must be devastated. That's why she didn't show up. that is out there.
That's funny.
But I also couldn't believe the conversation or the poll question yesterday. Which fan base needs therapy? Why is it that we keep talking about the Commanders? I was going to suggest that you keep the Commander's name out of your mouth. Unfortunately, because of the trademark realities, that might be a reality. We may have another name.
Yeah.
But in the poll question, we talked about who, again, is dysfunctional, who needs therapy. And I start thinking, well, who isn't dysfunctional? And who doesn't need therapy? I realize that we now live in a time where we got to define words that should be easy to define, because now people are having problems with diversity, equity, inclusion. But that's another story. So but let me define the word. Dysfunctional, according to the Oxford Dictionary, is not functioning properly. It's marked by impaired or abnormal functioning. Well, if that's the case, well, let's talk about teams rather than fan bases. How do you explain a depressed Dennis Rodman who sometimes would cross-dress and an egotistical Michael Jordan who dissed his high school coach in his Hall of Fame speech? And then a relational challenge, Scottie Pippen, who is still challenged even after his divorce because his wife is dating Michael Jordan's son. That's like Batman's son dating Robin's ex-wife. One of the greatest NBA teams of all time, the Chicago Bulls.
Yep.
I think that means they are dysfunctional and could still use therapy. Now, Pam suggested that the Dallas Cowboys are not dysfunctional. Are you kidding me? They are the epitome of
Dysfunctional.
They even had an incident recently where they had to settle on a lawsuit with 4 of their cheerleaders who were treated improperly. And Michael Irvin even admitted that they had a place called the White House. And I'm not talking about Washington, D.C., but a place that wasn't far from their practice facility that was used to let off steam and often have parties that included prostitutes. Remember, they are America's team, and maybe that's why they're dysfunctional, because sometimes even the America that we live in is dysfunctional. Who would have thought that a former president who's being criminally investigated is still part of being a front runner for the Republican Party?
Wow.
And now we're in a time where we're banning books to really capture the truth of our history. Could it be that maybe we all are a bit dysfunctional? And yes, don't get me wrong. We now live in a time period where people are even shutting down DEI departments without even being clear as to why.
Yep.
Simply because when you tell the truth about with diversity, equity, inclusion, you now somehow give a truth that's not easy to experience. It's called dysfunctional. And maybe we're missing the fact that when we really look at these issues, they make us better humans. You know, I'm thankful for my dysfunctional country. And yes, I'll celebrate in a few weeks, again, a reminder of 200-plus years of slavery with Juneteenth. And even that is dysfunctional. But you can't be ashamed if you're on the dysfunctional list. I'm on that list. Maybe we're all on that list. Because on this hump day, well, for human beings, the best you're going to get is imperfection with effort. So even if I am dysfunctional or we are dysfunctional, we have hope because there's always more to the story.
Wow.
There it is.